So dealer exclusive pertains to products that are exclusive just to our dealer team. So if a customer were to come into South Broad and purchase Manor Hall, Manor Hall is only able to be purchased at a dealer. It's not online. It's not in any other outlet.
Welcome to the Keeping It Broad podcast, the show that explores the fascinating world of home improvement and renovation. Join hosts James Carlozzi, Tim Pesch, and Mark DeLucia as they share their expertise and insights on the latest trends, products, and their involvement in the industry and community. Let's get into this week's episode.
This is Keeping It Broad. I am Tim Pesch alongside our good friend, colleague, business partner, Chad Lavinio, PPG. Chad, how you doing?
Good, Tim. How are you doing today?
Good. This is a cool one. I was looking forward to this because it's right up my alley in the paint world, and having also worked for PPG myself, our paths kind of cross a little bit. And you've been with PPG for how long now?
I've been with PPG 8 years.
Yeah. Started
in 2015 on the home center side. I was working in the Home Depot for PPG.
Right.
And now I'm on the dealer team, and I've been doing this for 4 years, so half and half.
So you and I we've worked together for about 4 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before that, we had your brother here for a couple of years because PPG is all in the family. It seems like.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. So
that about 8 years. That's 8 years in the business. And you and I were joking earlier that once you get into this business, it never lets go of you.
That's what I've heard. So time will tell.
But it's not a bad thing. I enjoy. Don't you enjoy what we do? I enjoy what we do.
Yeah, I do enjoy what I do. Yeah, it's great.
How many of your other dealers have cool podcasts like us, though? Are we the only one?
Actually, you are the only one that has a podcast. So,
PPG. I'm sure you get this question often because we get it here on the customer-facing side. Is who is PPG or what is PPG? And PPG has been around for a long time. Just speak on that a little bit, just a company portfolio of who is PPG.
Yeah, so PPG was established in 1883, so they've been in business now 140 years. They started off as a glass company, so PPG stands for Pittsburgh Plate Glass, and then over the years, they've been getting more into the paint or coatings industry.
Yeah,
and pretty much most of their business right now is paint
and coatings.
Yeah, paint and coatings.
Yeah. Still based in Pittsburgh, Cranberry, Pennsylvania, right? So they haven't lost their roots.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. And I think the public, everyday life. I think you run into PPG more than you even think you do. But whether it is the glass in your home or if it's the paint on the airplane that you rode on, yesterday, PPG is everywhere.
Yes, they are. PPG is a global company.
Company, and
so they service all parts of the world with all different kinds of coatings. From what Tim just recently said, aerospace for airplanes, paints for cars. Commercial buildings for architectural.
I used to always want to work for aerospace. Do you think that's in our future? You and I, Tim and Chad, PPG Aerospace, painting for Southwest. Yeah, there's a really cool thing. There's a lot of cool things that PPG gets its hands on, and it is really cool. So sometimes I laugh when people say, well, who is PPG? That's such a broad brush question, no pun intended. PPG is everywhere.
They definitely are everywhere. Yeah. They service all kinds of coatings for different applications.
Yep.
Could be from like a cell phone to
appliances. Yep.
Yeah.
Laptop and phone coatings. It is really, really cool. And along with that, interior paint like Manor Hall. So halls and walls, even on the residential and commercial side, for what we do.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm part of the architectural team for PPG.
Yep.
So our focus really is architectural, but we are also able to get other coatings for other applications, like protective marine coatings, high performance coatings, powder coatings. Yeah. So it's very unique.
Yeah. I noticed too on a lot of commercial specs that it's either Sherwin-Williams or PPG on a lot of these big commercial specs, and that's PPG's bread and butter. And the speed height, for example, 670, 6411, 6500. We're talking about the flat, eggshell, semi-gloss. These SKUs have been around for what seems like 100 years. I don't know if it's been 100 years, but our commercial coatings, just for example, have been around for a long time.
Yeah, they're very economical.
Yeah.
So commercial, not very expensive, but they perform and get the job done.
Legendary mainstays in the industry.
Correct.
Yeah. And like I said, we've even sold powder coatings here. If there's a listener that's like a tool shop, or we've done that too. There's not many things that PPG offers that someone like us as a dealer can't supply. There maybe are certain limitations, but with your help, Chad, we've been able to kind of meet a lot of end users' needs.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, Tim, we can pretty much get almost any of the coatings that PPG has to offer. Like you said, with some limitations, but that's the nice part about being a dealer for PPG.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a second. The dealer, right? So, you are PPG, we are South Broad Paint and Home Center, and we work together in a marriage sense. Is that we help each other, and you provide us assistance, whether it's whether product knowledge or just product and supplying materials. PPG thrives and really does well as a dealer partner. I really do. I really do. Is that dealer market is where PPG excels. I mean, you must see that too. Is that it's just working in different avenues of PPG. That dealer PPG relationship is pretty special.
Yeah, no, it is special.
One of the other things that PPG is, I don't want to say known for, but you may not know, is I like to consider myself the king of my kingdom at home. But when you think of kingdom, you also think of that mouse down there in Florida, and Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World in Florida. Chad, is it correct that that's all PPG paint there in Disney World? Is that right?
Yes, that is right. PPG supplies all the paint to Disney in Florida.
All the paint. So anything painted at Walt Disney World in Florida, that's all PPG.
Yes.
About how many gallons, Chad, do you think that would take? It's a lot of paint.
Tim, it's a lot of paint, so I would guess tens of thousands of gallons.
Tens of thousands of gallons. And alas, you're here with us in Wallingford, Connecticut. But still, that's got to be something. And Mark was just in Florida last year, and what an operation that must be. Do they have their own paint store on site in Orlando to service that? Do you even know? I don't know. How do you?
I believe they do have a shop on premise that tints paint for the facilities.
So that's a good question. They probably tint paint right on site. Right. They need Mickey Mouse red or Mickey Mouse blue, whatever it is. They can supply it.
Yes.
Would you say Allegiant Stadium too? And I think there's another getting into the NFL and sports.
Yeah, PPG supplied the paints for the Las Vegas Raiders, their new stadium in Las Vegas.
Have you seen that stadium? That stadium is ridiculous. That has a retractable field. It is nuts. But that speaks to the PPG, like protective and marine coating, PPG industrial coatings, all that aspect of what goes into a project like that. We're talking more than just wall paint.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
the high performance
coatings.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Yeah, I can only imagine whether it's an Allegiant Stadium or if it's Walt Disney World in Florida, to see PPG have that market share. It's really something to be proud of. And it's when you see the PPG logo out there in the wild like that, it's got just a sense of pride, I would have to say. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it definitely feels good seeing our products on these major establishments or throughout the world. So
yeah, like legendary brand. Just another area where PPG has a presence in the industry in a couple different facets with not just a home or aerospace, but even in big, massive entertainment venues like a Walt Disney World. And coming out of this and COVID is years behind us now. There are some things on the industry. You're closer to the raw material side of it, working for the manufacturer. Are there still issues in getting products, certain things, certain SKUs? I mean, what are you seeing?
Yeah, so there are still some delays in making certain products based off of the raw materials that are available for companies to buy. Our architectural department or division, that's our like latex or house paints or for buildings and stuff like that. That's in a really good spot. The area where there is a lack of production is in our protective marine coatings or high performance coatings. So there are some delays in making products when it comes to that.
But that's not even, and that's true. That's not just an absolute though either, because if there was a product or a project rather where you need, let's say 400 gallons, whatever it is, someone just needs to reach out to me. I work with you and we forecast that. So although I may look and the inventory might show 150 gallons at one of the PPG warehouses, if there's enough lead time, that you and I could work together, work with a forecasting team, and actually make something happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Listen, Chad, I am grateful for the relationship that we have, and that we've developed over the years. I know you're a big golfer. I don't golf very much, but I know that James is looking to get out and play as well. You are a friend of South Broad and a friend to us, and looking forward to continuing the partnership we have, the unique partnership we have with PPG Paints, albeit interior, exterior manor hall, sunproof, breakthrough, speed hide, gallons and pails, here readily available here at South Broad Paint Home Center in Wallingford, and a lot of it is because of your help, Chad. So I just want to thank you for the relationship and partnership that we've had for the past 4 years, and on to more.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. And the feeling's mutual. South Broad is a great dealer partner of PPG's. They do a great job here in the Wallingford, Connecticut area, servicing the community and the DIY customer that might come into the store, or a residential painter or a commercial painter. Thank you.
We didn't pay him to say that, but I appreciate it. Well, for Tim Page, I am Tim Page. For Chad Lavinio of PPG, thank you for spending a little bit of time on a company portfolio of PPG. Who is PPG, and how do they show themselves, present themselves in the local community? And it's through dealers like South Broad Paint Home Center here in Wallingford, Connecticut. Now I can say, for Chad Lavinio, I am Tim Page. Thank you for hanging out with us today. See you next time. Keeping it broad.